5 million naira. I mean, that is,
Okay.
you say, yeah, very good for an investment period. And
Yes, it's a
yes, so the environment, even though the environment was tough, it was not doom and gloom. There was still a positive return from the market. But that's not to say that the entire market performs stellar. No, that's not what I'm trying to say. So, for instance, if you're able to identify some of the sectors that performed well, you would have tapped into this return. So investors, for instance, that were exposed to industrial goods stocks
okay.
recorded a bumper season. They ended up getting a good return. Investors that were exposed to, say, for instance, the oil and gas sector, which has benefited from this removal of fuel subsidy, have also benefited well. But if, for instance, as an investor, say you were invested in the banking sector because of the current recapitalization efforts by banks in that sector, the banking sector did not perform that well. So if you invested in the banking sector, you could have not performed as well as an investor that was invested in, say, industrial goods stocks.
Oil and gas and all that.
Yes, yes, exactly. But looking at that, looking away from those asset classes, you could also look at mutual funds. So, for instance, our funds, we have the Halal Investment Fund, which is a balanced fund that invests in
Yeah.
equities, it invests in fixed income instruments, real estate, commodities, you mentioned it. So, that fund, for instance, in the first half of the year, returned over 10% to investors in only the first half
That's
of the year.
good.
Yes, we also have another portfolio, which is the fixed income fund, which has a lower amount of risk than the Halal investment fund, and that fund returned in excess of 7% to investors. So, quite all right, the macroeconomic environment was very